Welcome to Opera Man Dallas. Today's episode is a synopsis of the Australian Opera's 2021 production of Hansel and Gretel by Engelbert Humperdinck. See the description for details. I know what you're thinking. Engelbert Humperdinck? I had no idea he composed operas. I thought he was just a pop singer. Well, this is not that Engelbert Humperdinck. This one was born in 1854. The opera is written in German. However, this performance is done in English, obviously trying to enhance the appeal to a younger audience. This Hansel and Gretel is a little different from the one I grew up with. In this version, the parents are not trying to ditch the kids in the woods. The opera opens with Hansel and Gretel, who are supposed to be doing their chores. However, they prefer to fight with each other. Both Hansel and Gretel are sung by sopranos. Their mother comes home and sends them out in the woods to pick strawberries because they don't have enough food to eat. Later, the father comes home and he has had a great day. He's a Fuller Brushman salesman and there's been a run on his brooms. So he brings home food and gets drunk before he comes home. He is upset, however, when he finds out that his wife has sent the kids out into the woods because there is a witch out there that eats children. Act 2. Hansel and Gretel are lost in the woods. They made no effort to leave a breadcrumb trail so they could find their way home. They can't fall asleep. At this point in time, the opera becomes very dark. And by dark, I mean the lighting is poor. The Sand People show up, and the Sandman and his crew kind of creepy. They put sand in the children's eyes to make them fall asleep, and soon they doze off. Once the children are asleep, angels come down to watch over them. There's no shortage of supernatural characters in this production. I've seen several versions of Hansel and Gretel, and what happens in the woods can vary quite a bit. This is because Humperdinck was a contemporary of Wagner, and like Wagner, he would let the music carry the scene because he thought that was more important than the actual action. And each stage director fills in these parts differently. Act 3. The next morning, dew fairies wake them up. Now you're thinking, this is not a Grimm fairy tale. Well, guess again. Their luck runs out. Still half-starved, they spy the witch's gingerbread house, and of course, they start to eat the house. The yard is strewn with gingerbread children everywhere. Nothing suspicious about that. The witch comes out, and using her wand, she captures Hansel and Gretel. Hansel is put into a cage to be fattened up. Gretel has to help the witch prepare the gingerbread. Gretel manages to distract the witch and frees Hansel. The witch is now ready to put Hansel into the oven. However, Gretel plays dumb and asks the witch to show her what she wants her to do. The witch demonstrates by sticking her head into the oven, whereupon Hansel jumps out and the children push her into the oven. Shortly thereafter, the oven explodes. All of the gingerbread figures around the house now turn into children. Hansel and Gretel's parents show up. They've been looking for them all night. Everyone is now ready to party down. The body of the witch is pulled from the oven, and she has been turned into a gingerbread. The parents are overjoyed to see their children. And as the curtain falls, they wonder, now how are we going to feed 20 extra kids when we could barely feed 2? I hope you have enjoyed today's synopsis of Hansel and Gretel. Thank you for watching. Click on the circle on the side of the screen to subscribe.